We don't believe that this department or this establishment is DEI. We don't believe this is a racial issue. We believe this is a trust obligation. Congress obligated this to the Hawaiian people after what happened over 100 years ago. Prince Kuhio was a Republican. It was Prince Kuhio who got this passed in a Republican Congress, signed into law by a Republican president. So that there isn't a partisan divide here.
Hawaii Republican Party officials say they plan to share their message with colleagues in Congress to ensure the lawsuit has no support on the federal level should it reach the Supreme Court.
Unfortunately, this is a partisan issue. It doesn't have to be, and it shouldn't be, but it is. When you refer to the Department of Hawaiian Homelands as a trust obligation and not race-based preference, you are using democratic language and defecting from the Republican perspective, which is totally fine to do as long as you're not doing it just to save face and preserve whatever goodwill people have in their perceptions of the Hawaii Republican Party. And I say this just because the party positions are really clear. The problem is that the vast majority of Hawaii Republicans have maligned Democrats and stigmatized them so much that even when there is alignment in values or policy priorities, Republicans won't admit it and they won't work with Democrats because it would damage their brand. The way they get elected is by positioning themselves as different from the people they perceive to be the problem, and that is always just the Democrats and never the actual individual actors. And that prevents a level of collaboration that could really benefit Kanaka in times like these. But our local Hawaii Republican Party has chosen, instead of collaborating and crossing the aisle, they've decided that they want to expend time and energy talking to national level GOP leaders who will not side with them, who will not agree with them, because their position has been consistent from the beginning that Native Hawaiians are solely a race and not an Indian tribe and not a people with a special established trust relationship. I really wish that the Hawaii Republican Party would recognize that in this moment and for this issue, their allies are not the people that they put their faith in the federal government. Your allies are other kanaka, some of whom happen to be members of the Democratic Party. Stop defending your party. You don't have to leave your party. You just have to be willing to actually collaborate and serve your kaiaulu. Personally, I welcome the opportunity to work with any kanaka. It doesn't matter if they're Republican or Democrat, because until we can abandon our loyalties to parties, we're never going to be able to prioritize lahui. This shouldn't be a partisan issue at all. Unfortunately, that's the battle that we've inherited. So, what are we gonna do?